Mm. Peace. Greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I'm gonna jump into it. Peace. Peace, everyone. Hola. Peace. Why every time I want to come on here and do something in particular, I always get like a crazy delay. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, beloved. Peace and love. How's everyone's weekend? Peace. How's the weekend going? Peace. Look at Steph tuning in. And I ain't even seen you a text. Yeah. I'm going to do better. Peace. Peace. Peace, beloved. So, why am I speaking on the topic I'm speaking on today? My necklace all doing. This necklace been doing something crazy all day. Peace. So, I had a lot of text messages. I had a lot of inboxes dealing with this whole twin flame. And that's like one of my number one questions that I get when somebody is getting a reading. Is he the one or is she the one? Is this person in alignment with who I am? Is this person the one that I'm supposed to, in I guess our minds, spend the rest of our lives with? Is this the one? Peace. And that's always a tricky question for me. Rest, recharge, and relaxing. No white knuckles. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I feel like anyone can be the one if they are in alignment with who you are. So when we get into twin flames, soulmate, and what does that mean? So this is how I understand it in my mind. And some information that I probably studied. Combination of everything. When you talk about a soulmate, that soulmate is usually the person that is a reflection of who you are at that moment in time. They are a reflection in the aspect that they are getting ready to teach you a very valuable lesson. See what I'm saying? So, and some soulmates actually recycle in our lives. They come back. So you'll see that one that seems to always show up in this really interesting time frame, and is there to like trigger an emotion, trigger a response, and produce growth. So the one thing, I feel like everybody produces growth, no matter who you are. But the one thing that I identify with the soulmate is that most of the time it is an emotional growth. Sometimes it could be a spiritual growth. I've had a soulmate that triggered a spiritual growth for me. But they trigger a response. They trigger and push you to grow in a certain dynamic. And sometimes they're a little more emotional. They're a little more challenging. But that's because they're a reflection of who you are at that moment. When they show up, they're reflecting exactly who you are and what you need, what you are in lack of right at that moment. Okay? So when that moment comes and they show up and you wondering, this is my other thing. I always tell people, like, if you got to guess if that's your twin flame, if you got to guess if he's the one, you ain't got confirmation, 9 times out of 10 it's not. Or you got to guess, is she the one? 9 times out of 10 it's not. Because you guessing. Why you guessing? You're not confident. You should be very confident in the person that you are thinking about making the one. Should be confident. Don't guess it. Because they show you in their ways and actions. They're going to show you not just with words, but they're going to show you in their ways and their actions. They're going to show up and show out. And you shouldn't have to say much. It shouldn't have to be that you are even giving them a blueprint or a picture of what that ideal mate looks like. They already manifest those qualities. They already walk in that space. So if they're walking in that energy and they walk in that space, you see it. You sync. This goes into that whole syncing. And sometimes y'all get confused with soulmate being limited to peace, soulmate being limited to, or twin flames being limited to your intimate relationships, your romantic relationships. It's not about this being a person who is connected to you from an intimate element. When we talk about soulmate and soul contracts and twin flames, that person could be anybody. That could be a friend. That could be your children. That could be, like I always joke about, like my son, I really think he would put like a soul contract with me to make sure that he's bonded or binded to me, because that's how he thinks. He thinks from a perspective of like, I don't want to come back and be nobody else's child. He's like, I want to make sure that I'm connected to you. So I could see him trying to create some sort of soul contract or something to bring me back. Because I always talk about I'm not coming back after this cycle. I don't want to reincarnate in this form anymore. I feel like I've gotten, and I can't say that fully because we still have so much to learn, but I do feel like I've gotten what I want to get from this particular level. Yes, doubt leads to you missing out on something that can push you up to the next level. Doubt leads to chaos as well. Doubt and fear can lead to a lot of things happening, and you don't want to be in that. You should always be manifesting or looking, when it comes to our soulmates and our twin flames, peace, you should always be looking at that person as what they're there for. Understand what they're there for. The whole soul purpose is for us to get to the destination where we have reached our highest level. We are reaching our highest self. How are we reaching our highest self? Through growth, through lessons, through challenges. We came in. Now there's a unique dynamic that it's crazy because I just saw this movie yesterday and I cannot remember what it was. But me and my kids were looking at this movie, and this brother in the movie was building on a concept from Plato. And he was saying that, we were initially 2 heads, 4 arms, and 4 legs. And because of our disobedience, we were separated into 2 people. And that was what created our souls wanting to find the match. Our souls wanting to connect to someone who is our match. And then if we are connecting to that longingness or that wanting that we normally go through life, you always going through life searching for that connection. And I was like, that's deep. That's a very interesting way to look at that whole dynamic. And it's a beautiful way to look at it. But I also look at it from a perspective of, you have to be whole in yourself first. So that's why I get on people like, and sometimes I'm harder than other days. I do look at it from an aspect of, you have to be whole in yourself first. You got to be whole in yourself first. Because you're going to be looking for that other person to fulfill a certain void, to fulfill a certain place, a certain dynamic within yourself. And that's not their job. That's your job. Why would you put that much pressure on someone else? They should be adding on to who you are. They should be adding on to your dynamic. When I do any type of like candle work, and especially if it has ever been dealing with love, it's always that he adds on to who I am. I don't need him to fulfill nothing. I don't need him to make me feel love, because I love myself times 10. I probably overly love myself. But like, I don't need any of that extra stuff. I just need for him to be who he is supposed to be. And that's how you have to like operate in this dynamic. You need to be so whole in who you are, so full of love and full of everything that it is that you need without anyone. So then you're gravitating someone who truly is adding on, who truly is the reciprocal or the reflection of who you are. Not someone who is coming in because I'm putting out an energy of desperation, or I'm putting out the energy of lack. It still go back to, what are you putting out? What energy am I putting out? So if I'm putting out an energy that I lack love, you know what you're going to get. If I put out a certain energy, that's what you're getting. So you got to do that work every day to say, hey, am I whole in who I am? Am I complete in the person that I'm supposed to be, so I can attract a whole person? I can attract who my twin flame is. And they say the twin flame is always that. This is how, it's another book I read, and they were talking about the twin flame is the person that, like, let's look at it from a dynamic of somebody that pulls you up. They're pulling you towards your growth. You want to be better. You meet your twin flame, that twin flame should make you feel like, damn, I need to get my shit together. I need to up it up. I need to up one more level. I need to operate so I know I'm matching their divine energy. So I know I'm on their level. Not just guessing, not thinking. You know it. Let me hurry up, get my shit together so I can be on the same level as them. Where a soulmate, like I said, is going to challenge you. They're going to push the growth. They're going to see the shadow side of you. And I don't believe in shadow being a negative side, so don't take that as a negative way. But they're going to see the shadow element in you. So that shadow element is, you know, the things that you're still weak in, the things that you still need to grow in, the things that you still need to work on, you need to refine. Right. And being okay. So like Steph just brought up a good point. You drink tea or coffee? Nah, I'm good. You ain't my being okay with that. A lot of times we take it too personal if somebody is not matching what we want and what we know we are. Because the thing is not looking at it from like, oh, I want this, I want somebody to do this. No, who are you? What do you represent? Because that's what you should be looking in at as far as your mate. You shouldn't be sitting here talking about, I want him to have a 6-figure salary, 7-figure, salary, nice house, peace, nice car, whatever the case may be, and you can't offer the same. Or you can't offer the same energy, or you don't have the same, I ain't even going to say the same thing, but you don't have the same qualities that would add on to that. What would you be bringing to the table? Are you the type of person that can help maintain that? Or are you just going to be a trophy? Are you the type of person that will help maintain his peace? Or are you just going to be sitting there looking cute? No. You have to look at it and be real about it. How am I bringing the right energy, the right dynamic into this situation, into this partnership? You should be looking for somebody. If you believe that you a goddess, then you looking for a god. You believe you a god, you should be looking for a goddess. Quit dealing with people that are not on your level. Like I said the other day, why are you talking to people who don't even speak the same language as you? You speaking from a God, goddess energy, but you talking to somebody who's still in human form. That don't make sense. That don't even make sense. That don't even add up. So make sure you believe that you're a queen. If the god and goddess is too much, okay, you believe you're a queen or a king, but you sitting here entertaining the peasants. How does that make sense? It doesn't. If you entertain peasants, if you entertain something that is below your level, below who you are, guess what you're going to get? Chaos and confusion. It's real simple. It ain't hard. Y'all don't make it complex. So when we talk about soulmate, is this my soulmate? It could be. It could be. The soulmate is going to be that person, like I said, that's going to push, and they're going to keep recycling in your life. And if you have learned that lesson from that particular soulmate, guess what? Someone else is going to manifest in that same energy. Can't you encourage the ones that you know and stop doing it? Mr. I don't know what your name is, but Mr. Mr. S. No. You can encourage them, but you need to encourage them from a distance. It ain't that they need a pride. It ain't that they need to stop chasing thugs. If you a thug type chick, then you might need a thug type dude. Period. You know what you add into that particular dynamic. Everybody needs to operate on the level they in. Mr. S, the reason I say that is because what normally happens is that we justify and rationalize certain dynamics. We justify and rationalize why this person is not at the level that they should be on in order to talk to us, which is going to allow craziness. It's going to allow dysfunction and chaos. And unless you love that drama, if you love the drama, if you love the chaos, so be it. So be it. Now, what you can do is encourage them from a distance. And when they get to the level that they're supposed to, where they can even enter the gates, you got to look at, I say this all the time, we precious cargo out here. So before they should even be able to come through the gates, you should be in a space of, are they even qualified to enter the gate? Are they even qualified? If they're not qualified, then why are you talking to them? Why are you entertaining it from more than a friendship level? I can be your friend from a distance. I can love you. I can encourage you. I can bring out the king or the God in you. But I'm going to do it from over here. And that's really what you got to be on. It's like, let me do it from over here. Because then if you get on the level and you able to come through the gates, now we can talk. Having the potential, right, is not the same as being one. It's the hardest lesson that we have to learn. Having the potential. We romanticize the potential in people. Because sometimes they might not even reach their full potential. Sometimes they might not even get on that level. We see it because we are walking in our divinity. When you walking in your divinity, you see the greatness in everything. You see in the greatness in people. You see in the greatness in situations and opportunities. But how are you, coming? Can you even sit at the same table with me? Now, like I said, it don't have to be financially. We don't even have to get on that. That might not be your requirement. I know my requirement is definitely financial stability. You cannot be financially unstable or financially in lack and try to come and eat at my table. It don't work. It don't. Because if you operating as a god, you shouldn't be financially unstable. You shouldn't be financially unstable. You should not. Gods and goddesses, if y'all are truly walking in your power, financial issues should not be an issue because you manifest them real time. Period. We can't talk about it. There are simple dynamics when you say, I'm operating in this energy. that you should be coming to the table with. It ain't no, we ain't got to have no discussion on that. We should be coming to the table with the same energy. You should be in, like, fully in your space. And don't feel like you gotta to justify it, rationalize it. Don't feel like you gotta to justify it. Know that you are fully who you are. Know what you are bringing to the table. Understand that that person should be bringing the same thing. So when we sit there and go through this craziness with, oh, is they my soulmate? They might be. They coming to teach you a damn lesson. You better learn it so you don't repeat it. But they're beautiful when they do come. And like I said, that don't necessarily mean they coming as a lover. They might be coming as a friend. They might be coming as a business partner. They might be coming in as your children. You said by the time I get all this stuff together, I'm going to be 40. Child, and let it be. And enjoy the journey. Be grateful for the journey. I had a wonderful... this week has been very enlightening for me on all levels. Yes, age is just a number. Especially for us, as melanated. We don't age. But one of the things that I noticed, I said, because I've always been authentic to who I am and what it is I love to do, I've been able and afforded the luxury to live the life that I love. Did I fuck up through the process? Yes, there's plenty of times I done did some dumb shit. Dumb. It was dumb. But guess what? I learned from it and I grew. And now I've become the woman that I am today. And I'm so proud of this dynamic. And I'm so excited to see what I evolve into. Because I have so much more. I have so much more. So when you get to that space that you are fully who you're supposed to be. When you get into, like, I try to give this to y'all now, especially for the ones that's young. When you get into the space where you experience life fully who you are, experience this life and enjoy every moment, the bad and the good. The bad. Understand them bad moments was just removing lessons out of the way for you to get to a certain place quick. Pride just said a great thing with women. Find somebody who love themselves, but more importantly, love yourself first. It ain't about how much they doing. It ain't about that. It ain't about it. Don't feel like it's a rush. Don't let people push you quicker than what it is. Love yourself first. Fully love yourself first. I can't even say that, but like, fully love yourself first. Love yourself first. Do everything that represents self-love. Allow yourself to embrace it. Sleep in it, wallow in it, breathe it, sleep it. Like, you got to be so full in that space. Yeah, soak your feet in the road. Do the things that you would want someone to do for you. Do it for yourself. Appreciate every element of who you are. Appreciate every dynamic of who you are. Because when you get fully in that space, that's when you start pulling in people who reflect that energy. People who are going to fully love you for who you are. People who are going to appreciate you for who you are. People who are going to honor who you are. Believe in your magic so much that it's like, you know you pulling in somebody magical. You know you pulling in somebody who is amazing. And it's the exact match for you. That way you can hear clear. You can hear spirit clear. You have discernment. You got full clarity on who that person is. You wouldn't be messed up. There's people out here having kids. Shoot, I'm getting ready to hit. We ain't talk about my age, but I'm about to hit 44. I have a 3-year-old. So don't feel like it's a time limit. When it's time for you to have kids, it's time for you to have kids. If that was the thing that you wanted. But be still. Quit. Peace, Queenie. Understand, like, soulmates always give you more of that comfort. Soulmates feel very comfortable. They feel very familiar. They feel, yes, honey. They feel very familiar. They feel so comfortable. They feel like home. They feel like home. They feel like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Don't allow that to distract you from who they are. Recognize it. When you are walking in your energy, now you can walk and you can navigate differently. That's why I'm so hard on, like, making sure that you love yourself fully. Yes, it's necessary, honey. It's necessary. But when you walking in that full loving energy, now peace, you're getting in a space where I can see with clarity. I can see with understanding. I can use this discernment. I see that I need to be still, so I can allow this person to show me who they are, so I can appreciate this lesson that I'm getting ready to receive. And that way you don't experience the lesson hard. Oh, yay, my sister on here, y'all. I'm gonna call you later too, because I want us to do a video together. So I'm gonna bring my sister on here one day, one of my sister circles, so y'all can experience her. All my sister circle tight. Everybody be on it. But when you are in that space, when you're in the energy, you understand, yes, they feel like cold water on a hot summer day. But that soulmate don't really be the person, like, necessarily that's the one. That soulmate normally is the person that's there to help you learn something. They're there to help you learn. So appreciate that lesson. And hope that you learn it the easy way and it's not complicated. I have one of my soulmates. I'm like, we went through a lot. I had to learn a very harsh lesson. Because I realized I wasn't dealing with my truth. So when I had to face that particular dynamic and deal with my truth, the crazy part is that we got to a point where we talk all the time now. And we learn so much from each other. But because we see each other from a different perspective now. I'm walking in a different energy. So now I can appreciate the lessons that he brings. I appreciate them. It don't mean I got to be with him. It just means that I know that these are lessons that I need to learn. And I'm going to appreciate it from a different perspective. And I'm okay with that. But that initial lesson, it kicked my ass. I ain't gonna lie. You had your girl down. But that was the trigger moment for me. That's what triggered me into all of this. That's what triggered it. It was like, oh, you forgot who you were. I'm gonna need this to be a reminder so you can get back on your shit, basically. Then your twin flame, it serves as that mirror. Your twin flame is gonna be truly like a reflection, but a higher reflection. Your twin flame is just like you. They're a reflection of you. So wherever you are at, and you'll experience twin flames multiple times too. But it'll always be where you at. And I want to be at my best self so I can reflect my best self. Sis, I wish I knew this back in, I don't know what year. But it's a couple of times I needed it. Peace. We talking about twin flames, soulmates, and understanding their dynamics. And if you got a question if this is the one, they ain't the one. And then I ain't even gonna use the word, but the F boys and the F girls, y'all know I normally don't care about cussing. I ain't gonna cuss today. I'm lying. I probably am, but I'm not gonna use that word. So when you looking at that, y'all kill me when y'all asking if they the one. How? When? Where? How did they get through the gate? How did they get through the gate? Like, that's when you should be mad at yourself, because you allow somebody to get through the gate. Yes, twin flames are reflections of who we are at that moment in time. And they are normally really great for not teaching us a lesson, but pushing us to our best self. I love it. Tells me all the time, you asking for a sign, that's your sign. Exactly. You asking for a sign. So nobody should be dealing with the F boys and the F girls. We shouldn't be dealing with this. We're in a new space. We're in self-mastery. We're in self-love. So we should not even be having those moments. If you have to question, one, you ain't did your due diligence. My biggest thing, and with like the nonprofit and other dynamics I'm in, let it breathe. Give it time. Allow it to grow. Give it time. Have conversations. Experience what your dynamic is with that person. What are your triggers? What are things that's getting on your nerves now in the beginning? Because that might get on your nerves real, real bad in the end. Those might be the things that you ready to check their throat on. Like, check their, yeah. We don't want it. Give it time. Quit feeling like y'all got to rush. It's not a marathon. It's not. It's not. If you do rush into it, be prepared for what is going to happen. Be prepared, because you ain't give it time. Look for the signs. Look, listen, and observe. I think they taught that to us in school. And you should. Look. Yes, check them in that throat. Like, y'all know. Me and my throat chakra be having issues. But, like, really take time. It's not a marathon. I don't care how your friends married. So, what they got to do with you? You shouldn't be looking for just marriage. That's a whole nother conversation. You should be looking for a co-creator. Who is my co-creator? If I'm goddess or if I'm God, I'm looking for somebody to match that energy. You should be able to co-create with me. You can't co-create with me? How did you get through the gate? It's simple. For real. Take time. And that was one of my number one issues. I wasn't taking time. I was going off of emotion. Like, oh my God, he made me feel comfortable. He made me feel like I'm at home. No. You stupid self. I can't with you today. You know, but if he making you feel like you at home, to the point that you are missing all the red flags. You missing stuff. You romanticizing the situation. You romanticizing. Now, why are you romanticizing a situation? Can you manifest this ring off you? You stupid. You sure can. What ring you want? This one? You can't have this one. Somebody made this. You want this one? I'm going to send it to you. Send me your address. I'll send it to you. You just manifested. That's going to be my gift. So, for real, y'all, be in a space of like, take time, be patient. Don't allow anybody to push you. Don't allow society to make you feel like you got to do something in a certain time frame. You don't. Enjoy your life. Enjoy this journey. Enjoy what it is that you are learning through the journey. Embrace the process. Quit looking at the negative in it. Things are only negative if we make it that way. If our mind is making something negative, that's what we're going to get. Okay, I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to say you can't have this one because this is a different type of custom. Both of them are custom, but it's a different one. So when we cross these paths, when we get into these situations, now we got soulmate, twin flames, all of this. No, there's not a set number of twin flames. There's not a set number of soulmates. You experience 1,000,001 soulmates. Everybody and their mama could be your soulmate. For real, for real. Twin flames, there's a less chance that you experience twin flames. Twin flames are normally like very rare. Twin flames are going to be, they identical to you. They almost have the same damn chart. From an astrology perspective, you almost have the same damn chart as a twin flame. They'll have almost all the same placements. So, that's how y'all could really look at, like, that's why I be telling people, pull them charts. Right, release ties you created with your ex. Quit feeling like, man, this is the one thing I hate hearing women say, like, oh, I got a soul tie with whoever I done slept with. Y'all better stop saying that. Quit claiming stuff. Quit claiming it. It's only a soul tie because you are allowing it to be that connection to your energy. If you are maneuvering in your divinity, that disappear like that. If you say right after y'all have sex, let me cut off any tie. I don't want no connection. I don't want no connection to this energy. Boom, that's it. Understand your power. Understand who you are. Understand it. If you need something that's a little more because you ain't walking completely in that power, you ain't really believing in your strength and your power and your capability yet, light a candle. I just told somebody today, you better burn a candle for them. Do something that signifies in your mind, in your subconscious, that I've released this energy. You want his soul to cry for you. Y'all, stuff cannot be like as deep as y'all making it without us allowing that energy in our own mindset. We have to, if we think that's the dynamic, then that's what we manifest. The darkness, we manifest it. The fear, we manifest in that. The things that we look at as the big bad boogeyman, we manifest it from our own thoughts. So you have to have the thought process of, boom, I'm not holding on to that energy. Soul ties equate to attachments, and a lot of people haven't released attachment. Exactly. So if you are initially in that, into that I am attached to that person, you believe you are attached to that person, you believe that they're attached to you, that's what you manifesting. That's why I always tell people, like, quit feeling like you can't release a certain energy. Exactly, pride. What we focus on, that's what we get more of. What we put out, the energy we put out is what we attract. The energy that we consistently put out, that's what we're going to get back more of it. If we are speaking, this is why I tell people, like, if you lighting a candle talking about you want to bring more love in, make sure that you already are thankful for the love you have. Don't be attached to nothing. Quit it. Stop it. Soon as a relationship is over, do whatever you need to do that is going to signal or send your subconscious a message saying that this dynamic and this chapter of my life is over. Now, the next thing you need to do is put yourself in a routine that is consistently catering to your divinity. Consistently. Exactly. Make the list. What is consistently going into my strength? What am I consistently doing? Keeping yourself busy, reading stuff, constantly feeding yourself life, constantly surrounding yourself with people who are going to, they're going to give you the energy. Make sure your sister circle that you talk to or the people that you talk to is the people who are feeding you life, not anything else. Listen to audio books. Listen to self-motivations. How do you manifest love marriage without being involved with someone? You need to manifest you first. Manifest being committed to yourself. That's how you do it. Manifest being committed to you first. To get anything that you want in return, you got to commit to you first. Commit to you first. You see what I'm saying? So when you committed to yourself and your own growth and your own self-love and your own greatness, you're going to get that in return. The universe has no choice but to grant us what it is that we are manifesting within our own self. No choice. Because we are vibrating on that connection. That goes back to energy. When we vibrating in the energy that we're supposed to, when we are vibrating at the level we're supposed to, guess what? Everything that's on that level is coming to us. It's attracted to you now. It don't have no choice but to come to you. Because we're vibrating in that energy. You're not vibrating in that. Then guess what? You're going to get that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And Leo's, yes, pink petal. We do hate to give up. We hate to feel like we failed. I stayed in a marriage for 10 years because I ain't want to fail. You see what I'm saying? But that was because I wasn't truly walking in my strength. I allowed for myself to get distracted from who I was. I didn't listen to spirit. I didn't listen to my conscious self. I didn't listen to my highest self. So when I turned around and looked at it, I was like, yeah, I'm saying that, but I'm also saying focus on you first. Right. It's like focus on who you are. Focus on what makes you great. Focus on what makes you so dynamic. Focus on what makes you glow. When we focus on what makes us glow and what makes us dynamic, what makes us God, what makes us goddesses, that is what is going to attract our co-creator. That is what's going to strengthen who we are. Ashe, yes, I am walking in. I appreciate you, sis. Yeah, it's like that's when we are going to consistently attract what we say we want and who we say we are, who we are showing up to be. Now, this is the key. When we get in this space and now you vibrate in a certain vibration, you got people coming in left and right, you got energy, you got everything manifesting in real time, what it is that you want. Now it's about, are we listening? Be at peace. Be still. Understand exactly what it is that you want. Understand exactly what it is that you're moving towards. Who is in alignment with that? Are they really in alignment with that? Are they there to give you a lesson? Are they there to teach you? What are they teaching you right now? Ask questions. Ask questions. Because now it's like, yeah, you could be vibrating, but just like that, I use this example all the time. Just like that light on my doorstep is bright and it's illuminating the path and the way and the journey and making things look bright and beautiful outside. It's a lot of bugs being attracted to that too. It's going to be a lot of other stuff that ain't as beautiful being attracted to that. So you have to have discernment. Have discernment. Love you too. Yes, DM me that. I'm serious. DM me the address. I'm going to send it to you. I'll send it to you tomorrow with my orders. 18 intensely focusing on my healing. We're going to exchange it with someone. Yes. And this is the thing, like what Aisha said, when you are vibrating in a certain energy, when you vibrating in a certain level, the people that you bring in, you appreciate them differently. Like I told y'all earlier this week, it was like an aha moment when I realized, I was like, I got some amazing people in my life. So now it's like I said, what are we doing to consistently walk in that energy? Are we walking in that energy? Are we are paying attention to the people who reflect who we are, our divinity? Because if you have to question if they reflecting your divinity, either you got some more work to do, because you still, getting some craziness, or that ain't it. You have to be able to be confident to say, no, you ain't it. You cute. You smell good. Y'all know my favorite line. You smell good. You look good. But you ain't it. When your twin flame I feel like when you have twin flame connection, it's a magnetic pull. When you on the energy or the vibration you're supposed to be on, it's a magnetic pull. It's going to feel like it has no choice but to gravitate to you. Because you're at the space that you're supposed to be, and they're at the space. If they haven't came to you, they ain't got to their space yet. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's not you, it's me. It's me. That's my favorite line. It ain't you. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I really be like, nah, that's you. You ain't the one. I don't even want to waste your time. They teach you life lessons. They do, but they don't. Soulmates teach you life lessons to me. They teach you consistent life lessons. I feel like twin flames are the more of the person who they teach you life lessons, but they teach you from a different perspective. And they are definitely more of, we are connected for a reason. You are able to like forgive them for shit that you wouldn't forgive nobody else for. Everybody else, you be like, you did what? It'd be something stupid. Like, ew. He walk a little, leaning to the left a little too much. I can't deal with him. Let it be your twin flame. Your twin flame, you be like, oh, it's cute how he walk. He got a little left. He leaned to the left a little bit, but I love how he leaning to the left. Like, it be something totally different. It's a whole nother type of connection. I like the way his right eye looking out a little crazy. He got a little cockeyed. But then for that one that's his twin flame, she gonna love that cockeye. She gonna love it. She gonna think it's sexy. It's sexy. I don't know what y'all talking about. So when we are in our space, the biggest key thing, don't laugh at me, y'all. The biggest thing that y'all need to pay attention to is, hey, am I truly where I need to be? You should be consistently working on you. There's 3 things, and I had brought the book. Hold on. Let me see. It fell down. I love this book, y'all. Every book that he's put out when it comes to dealing with love is an amazing book. So, The Mastery of Love. So, when you get into that and what it's talking about, you have 1, don't believe me. Because what works for me might not work for you. My story and my philosophy might work for me. Karmic connection. Oh, I'm going to get on that. I didn't touch on that. That's a good one. That left eye though, honey. Look. What? Don't believe me. Do the research for you. Really get to a space where you have done the work. You understand. You see it. You have studied yourself. You mastering yourself. Don't believe me. Do your own research. Figure out what is going to give you more of a sense of understanding and knowing of who you are and what it is that you will allow through the gates. Because like I said, my rules and regulations might be on some, you got to be this, this, and this. You got to reflect. I might only want to deal with God energy. You might, on the other hand, say, oh, he ain't got to be a God. He could be in kingly status. Do I recommend it? No, but that's because that's my understanding. But that might not work for you. You might work better with a king. You have to figure it out. The second thing is don't believe yourself. Because we tell ourselves stories. We tell ourselves our lies. We convince ourselves that we're not worthy, that we're not of value, that we are not trusting. We come up with all of these stories to convince and self-sabotage our relationships. So don't believe yourself. Get out your head. Get into a space where you are speaking life into you. Understand that if you have to reinvent who that person is, if you have to reinvent a very clear understanding of this evolution of who you are, if you have to create this story, create it until you believe it. But right now, don't believe it. Unless you operating in love, unless you really operating in your divinity, don't believe that. I don't believe shit. Nope. Be like, nope, not listening. No. Then don't believe. In my third rule is don't believe nobody else. I got all three of them from this book. So if y'all ain't got this book, please get it. Read it. And it'll break it down even more. But I don't believe no one else. Because people, sometimes they lie. They don't even know they lying. They feel like they are showing you their representative. And that's who they really want to be. They want to be that person. We want to believe that that's the person they are. We want to. But you got to allow them to show you. Not just through their words, but through their actions. Show me. When they show you, then it's different. They not showing you for like... Quit doing that. Oh, they done showed me for a whole week. They are an amazing person. I just met somebody and he is amazing. Hold on, y'all. People calling me. He amazing. How long you known him? A week? The hell? You don't even know his middle name. What's his mama name? You see what I'm saying? For real, get to know people. Same thing with the men. Get to know people. What's her name? What's her middle name? I remember I told this dude, he was so in love with me. You in love with me, but you don't know my middle name. And my middle name is on my page. Not this page, my other page. But it was like, my middle name is on my page. But you swear you love me. Come on now. It's The Mastery of Love. Mastery of Love. He has several books that if you... it's like amazing. There's so many books. The Four Agreements is a really good book. The Voice of Knowledge. It's so many books that he has. Amazing. So, can you see that? Miguel Ruiz. Don Miguel Ruiz. Amazing. Yes, they love to pretend. In their mind, they believe it, though. In their mind, they believe it. In their mind, they believe that they love you. So the key for you is to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Allow them to show you. Go off of what you are feeling. Listen to your intuitive nature. Listen to spirit. Whatever you are in tune with, listen to it. If it's making you feel like your stomach hurt, Make sure you feeling butterflies instead of a sour stomach. Okay, Pink. You know, make sure that you are doing the things that yes, the 4 agreements is a gem. Make sure that you are doing the things that are really are in alignment with getting you to your highest self. But not only that, make sure that you are paying attention to all the signs, all the messages. Are you paying attention? Are you listening? That way y'all will stop asking me, is he the one? Nah, I'm not pulling no more damn cards talking about is he the one. No, he ain't, because you asking. Sometimes they are. Instead of anxiety, does the book teach to love weave? You talking about like hair weave, South Keys? I ain't fooling with you today. Read the book and read the book in one day. Okay, yeah. Great read. Yes, it is. It's one of my favorite. It was one I read that before I read this. I read the 4 agreements before I had this one. And this one definitely taught me something totally different. Because I think the biggest thing that this book teaches you is to deal with yourself first. South Keys, really? If you like weave, if you like women who like weave, then you better love her weave. You better help her go pick out the one that you like. Shoot. If she the one, in your mind, if she's doing everything and she's showing you a reflection of who you are on all levels, and she love weave, then damn it, go pick out the weave with her. Go show her the one you like. Baby, if you're going to wear this, oh, you know what I like that you wear? When you got that blonde streak, you better let her wear it. I'm just saying. Be authentic to who you are. Like, the biggest thing that I'm seeing and that I would love to see, I want to see if I, hold on, y'all. I want to see if I can pull up my page real quick. Because I think I posted it, but I'm not sure. Don't know if I did. It's just being authentic to who you are. Making sure you're creating a schedule that until you get into the space where you release that energy, you have cultivated who you are. You're putting the energy into who you are. You're putting the energy into your own growth. Do all the things that feed you. You was dating a woman and she had natural, beautiful hair, but she wants to wear weave. You didn't understand. Maybe she has something about the weave that she felt comfort in. You should have asked her. Be like, or you should have encouraged her to wear her natural hair more. Tell her how beautiful her natural hair was. That's to put others first, and that's incorrect. Yes, they teach us to put others first. Our best and our strongest relationship should be with ourselves. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was going to say too. Because sometimes I wear my hair in braid all the time. I don't like dealing with my hair, even though I'm locking now, so it's different. But yes, hair weave is hot. Wigs is hot. Hair weaves, yes. Exactly. Women do not go to the barber. Say, get this cut. We don't, but I do feel like there should be a joint decision. It shouldn't be to the point where like, oh, I can't cut my hair because he liked my hair long and I like my hair short. It shouldn't be that. Peace. But it should be, why? Don't listen to Pride. Pride don't know. Don't let him get you in trouble. This is a feminine perspective. A lot of women gonna wear weave if it's a convenience, especially if she got natural hair. Natural hair is a lot of work. A lot of times we don't like dealing with that work. A lot of times it's way easier for our lifestyles for us to do hairstyles that are different, that are easier to maintain. Oh, they about to cut me off. I've been on here that long. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to come back. I'll come back. Hold on. I don't think it was for men. Hold on.